DayZ 0.63 is upon us and a huge amount of changes have occurred with how the damage system works now. So in this series I'm going to break down what the changes are and help you understand the entirety of the new damage system, including what this little glass of urine means, starting with health. Since the release of Standalone, the main causes of death in combat was due to bone damage. However, in 0.63, bone damage in general is non-existent. You can't even fracture your arms or legs at the moment, well, unless you manipulate the animations a little. The second main cause of death was blood loss, and the third was going unconscious due to shock and bleeding out. However, shock damage is not in 0.63, at least for now. This means you can only die in two ways now, health reaching 0 or blood reaching 0. In a combat situation, health loss is most likely going to be the main cause of death now. Even dehydration and hunger cause death through health loss, making health the most important stat. Health appears to no longer be set at 5,000 when you spawn. Instead, it appears to be based on percentages. So it's easier to understand health if we use percentages, with 100% health being at full health. If you shoot someone in the feet, hands, legs, arms, shoulders, pelvis, and some parts of the abdomen, they will not take health damage, they will only bleed. This is due to the health stat being tied to vital organs shown here, the brain, heart, spine, lungs, and liver. If you shoot someone in any of these places, they would die very quickly, with high caliber rounds causing death in one shot, and low caliber rounds taking 2 to 3 shots, depending on the vital organ you hit, pending further tests. Now, just because you shoot someone in the shoulder doesn't mean they won't die from health loss. If the person you're shooting at is angled in the right way, like this, you can penetrate the shoulder and hit vital organs like in Sniper Elite. Because of this, high caliber weapons are just that much more powerful in 0.63 compared to previous patches. Each of the 5 vital organs has its own health pool. The combination of these health pools determines your global health seen on your HUD. As an example, falling from a height will cause spine health to lower, resulting in downwards arrows appearing to tell you that you've taken health damage. When your spine health reaches 0, you die. To combine vital organs, let's say you have 30% spine health and you get shot for 35% health damage to your lungs, you will die. But if you only took 25% health damage to your lungs, you'd live. Now, I don't know the exact numbers at play here, but the vital organs appear to have a 1-to-1 ratio with your global health, so what you see on your HUD should be good enough to determine what your vital organ health is. While you are at or above yellow hunger and thirst, you're at 100% health when there is no upwards arrow and the health indicator is white. Between 100% and 60% health is white with an upwards arrow as long as you're regenerating. Between 60% and 40% is yellow. Between 40% and 20% is red, and between 20% and no health is blinking red. Infected will hit you for 10% of your max HP every time they hit you. Infected damage doesn't appear to cause vital organ damage, it directly impacts your global health. It doesn't matter where they hit you, what you're wearing, or what you have in your clothing, it takes exactly 11 hits for you to die from an infected from full health. For those of you that say that it should take 10 hits at 10% each hit, it is possible to have exactly 0% health and not be dead, so that's why it takes 11 hits from full health. Limping starts when your health turns yellow and is in no way associated with the condition of your legs or the condition of your spine health. It appears to only be connected to global health for now. Limping seems to only affect how fast you can run and doesn't seem to affect any other animations. Sprinting between these two posts takes 8 seconds while white, and it takes 12 seconds while yellow, 18 seconds while red, and when blinking red it takes a monstrous 30 seconds. So roughly, yellow health is 30% slower, red is 50% slower, and blinking red is 70% slower. Now, I know DayZ is in a pre-experimental phase and all this info could change or even be for testing purposes only, but diving into the details is a good way to improve our knowledge of the game and or its direction, and it helps the devs uncover the problems. However, I think the damage system as it is in the stress test build is the way it's going to be. I'd like to get your take on DayZ 0.63 in the comments, and the devs have been known to watch my videos. Your feedback could very well change the direction of DayZ, because do you remember when we uncovered the bone stat? Yeah, that's gone now, and I'm very glad that the bone stat is not in the game, because it was a bit of a stupid stat if you ask me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'd like to give a shout out to all my patrons who has silently supported me very generously over the last few months. Thank you.